Culture and diversity. Cultural diversity offers more increasingly apparent challenges and opportunities every day in our society. When traveling from country to country and society to society, or even within the many subcultures of a multicultural country such as Canada, it can often become difficult to blend in and even succeed in a world that is so different. Diversity issues can be the result of something as simple as a language barrier. Issues such as this not only divide and individualize nations, but can also cause separation within a country. Even within Canada, for example, French is spoken in Quebec, while English is used in most other places. This is an issue because the French feel that the English culture is being pushed upon them, and that eventually assimilation is expected. Language barriers can be challenging to overcome. It is often difficult to learn another language. For example, English adjectives are usually placed before a noun, while in other languages, such as Arabic, Spanish, Italian, French, and Portuguese, adjectives are usually placed after the noun. Even in small nations, such as the Netherlands, language barriers often occur from province to province, as people here speak very distinct dialects of Dutch. Language barriers are not the only problem, and we'll talk about further issues later. Other issues include different beliefs and unique customs and visions. Cultures can be divided into two broad categories. These categories are individualistic cultures and collectivistic cultures. First, I'll talk about individualistic cultures. Individualistic cultures include Canadians, Americans, and most European nations, even Australia. People in these countries are likely to identify with themselves first by giving their first name, followed by their surname, address, occupation, and even home country in that order. Here, everything is about me, not we. In individualistic cultures, the self is separate, unique, independent, and of course self-sufficient. Individuals are expected to take care of themselves and their immediate family. Individuals should have friends based on shared interests and of course activities. Rewards are given for individual achievement and initiative. Individual decisions are encouraged, and individual blame and credit are assigned. High values are placed on autonomy, change, youth, individual security, and equality. Collectivistic cultures. Collectivistic cultures include many Asian and South American countries. Collectivistic cultures are likely to identify with themselves in an opposing way to Western cultures. For example, if you ask a Hindu for their identity, they will first give you their caste and village, followed by their surname. People here belong to extended families or in-groups. The we is more important than the I. In this type of culture, people are expected to take care of their extended family before themselves. There's an emphasis on belonging to very few permanent in-groups that have a strong influence over the person. Rewards are given for contribution towards group goals and well-being. Cooperation with in-group members, group decisions are valued, and credit and blame is shared. A lot of value is placed on duty, order, tradition, age, group, security, status, and hierarchy. And here's what you need to know to fit in. When speaking to or working with Koreans, Japanese, or Chinese, it is important not to expect them to assert themselves in a way you might be expected to. In these cultures, reticence is valued, and individuals exhibit a high degree of anxiety about speaking out. To be well received in India, there are many things you can do. Avoid discussions on poverty, for example, salary, religion, and Indi-Pakistani relations. Remove shoes when entering a house, and never let your feet or shoes touch another person. Shaking your head can mean agreement. Understand that unlike in Western cultures, Punctuality is not an exact science. Indians are often late for meetings. And finally, be aware that eating beef is considered forbidden in much of India. Cultures vary greatly from country to country. In order to succeed in China, one must understand how the Chinese operate. For the Chinese, embarrassment is avoided at all costs, even if it means lying. Business is personal. Relationships need to be built and trust established before any headway can be made in a business transaction. And finally, harmony is essential. As you can see, culture varies greatly from society to society, as I just said. It is essential to understand another's culture before you can attempt to fit in and succeed there. Thank you one, thank you all for listening. That's a wrap.